Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's book haul is actually like a mega book haul because I have 16 books that I got for Christmas with varying degrees of gift cards, basically. I am very happy that I got 16 books. Now, 2 of them are Barnes & Noble editions, so that wasn't part of the gift card, but I live near a Barnes & Noble, so we're just gonna jump into those 2 first and then go from there. The first one is the Mark Twain special edition. It has a few of Mark's books within this one, and it's really pretty. Love the golds as well. And inside, gorgeous. I really want to get classics that I enjoyed or semi-enjoyed because it's really hard for me to enjoy a classic, or usually it's 1 or 2 stars, or I don't even rate it because I hated it so much. But I don't remember why, so I just mark it as red. But there are some that I can't rate and review because there's just so many emotions, and also I read it a long time ago, and this is kind of like Mark Twain's books in this particular edition. Read those in high school, don't completely remember them, but I remember some enjoyment. This is mainly for my fiance, but also I think giving it another try as an adult would be beneficial because basically all of the books, except a couple that I was forced to read in school, don't like. So I feel like a cute special edition as an adult will help. Maybe. Let's see. Next up is the special edition of Dracula, and this has a silver, which I get the feel. I don't think that Dracula is gold. I feel like he's silver. Oh, probably because silver's the moon, right? And then gold's the sun. Yeah, I just figured that out. It's fine. It's fine. I just go about my life with those weird moments, and you just happen to catch them. I really do enjoy the gothic atmosphere of Dracula. It's 3.5 out of 5 stars for me because I don't like Jonathan Harker, which is kind of like the main character. I don't like him. And those huge never-ending paragraphs with minimal periods that go on and on for pages without any paragraph breaks killed me a little inside, so that's why it's 3.5 out of 5 stars. However, I did enjoy it overall. And then I was like, okay, 3.5 out of 5 stars for a classic book. That's actually great for me, and that means I need to get a Barnes & Noble special edition. So I did. The cover is, I'm assuming, the Abbey, or it's his castle in Transylvania. I'm not too sure. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe it's like that, like the opening doors of the Abbey. Nevertheless, I think it looks cute. And inside, kind of a little plain, but I am fine with that. I was trying to see if there were pictures. There aren't any pictures. Really want to own Dracula, even though it's not a 4 out of 5 star, but that's really rare for me for classics, so I think this is a good grab. Now, Brian Boru, probably pronounced his last name wrong. That might be French. You know what? I'll figure it out when I read the book. This book came really fast. I bought it on, I don't even know, like the 22nd, because I got an early gift card, and then it arrived before Christmas. This is the only book that arrived on time. So I'm excited to read this. This is Morgan Llewellyn, and I got 3 other Morgan Llewellyn books because she is getting older. She shut down her website, or maybe like her publishers or agents did. You know, stuff is happening, and it's because she's almost 86, and I feel like they are, you know, it's coming up with that age of, is she going to pass or is she not, which really, it really gets to me because that's my favorite author. But they're redoing a lot of her covers and also putting them on for ebooks, which wasn't a thing for quite some time for whatever reason. So this is one of the newer book covers that the publisher is redoing for her. And though the other book cover is nice, it's really like 1980s feel, and I'm not into that. However, the other books I'm pretty sure are gonna have that 1980s, 1990s feel because I got them used because I couldn't find them at the moment new with new covers and all that stuff because they're going slowly through her backlog. But I'm excited to read this, and I'll probably read this one first because it's here already. Now the next two are gifts from my friend Erica. Shout out to Erica. We're gonna get into Night of the Mannequins, and it's a short read. I enjoy that, and I'm really excited because Stephen Graham Jones is one of my favorite horror authors, and I wanted to read this. I guess it's a novella, and I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm excited either way. And now the second book from Erica, it's Speak, which I didn't read in high school. I don't even know if that was part of the curriculum for English class, and for some reason my English teachers throughout the 4 years did not choose this book. Whichever it is, I don't know. I just know I didn't read it, but I really wanted to read it. And so this is the 20th year edition, so it has an foreword and an, what is that called? An afterword? Yeah, okay, no. It's an introduction and an afterword, and then there's a lot of bonus content in the back, but I'm going to read the story first and then do the bonus content in the interview and all that stuff, so I can more so understand what the interview questions and the answers are about, and to not have any spoilers, basically. These 11 other books, they're on their way, and Amazon having some trouble with their shipping because they're not going to come until January. And did I really want to do 2 different book hauls for the Christmas season? No. So we're just gonna jump in, and I'm just going to share the cover next to me how I usually do. Now the first one is Tree of Ages, and I was intrigued by this. It's fantasy. I think there's some myth involved. Did I read beyond the summary? No. I don't really look in the look inside. I don't know why. if the cover is pretty, like it is, and the summary is intriguing, I'll buy it. But I also use this book and then the ongoing other books in this series for Danu's Curse's keyword ads for Amazon, so that's actually how I know about it. It's because a couple people read that book and it was under the products related to Danu's Curse, and that's how the connection was made. Now the next one I'm really excited about is Hour of the Witch, and this is the first time in quite a few years where I have seen a Puritan book, as in it's set during the Puritan time period, follows Puritans. This is more horror, and that's intriguing to me. My third book, The Two Foxes, is historical fiction, not horror, but I'm wondering if the Puritan historical fiction is possibly coming back, or at least maybe in different genres, and it's like a mix of historical fiction and horror, which is intriguing to me, so that's why I picked it up. Number 3 is The Blessing Way, and I remember my mom reading this series, and she has all of the books. I think there's like 14 books, and I should have read it when I was a teenager and living with her, but I didn't, so I got the first book in the very long series. Next up is Well of Shadows, and that's the final book in the, what's that called? In the Shadow Watch series. Am I messing that up? I might have been messed that up. I have a problem remembering the book series titles. I just go by the book title. My bad. Sorry. Now this is self-published epic fantasy. I just recently finished the 3rd book, and so of course I got the 4th and final book. Next up is A Gilded Cage, and this is my first self-published urban fantasy series. It's very popular. It's always in the top 50 when you go into urban fantasy. And I watched the 20 books to 50K's urban fantasy, and the author was on that panel, and I was like, what? I don't know why my mind was blown, but my mind was blown. And so, big deal, huge, to be on a panel at the 20 books to 50K Las Vegas conference that happened this year, November. So I made the connection. I see it all the time. That's why I bought it. Halfway through my list, or kind of halfway through my list, is 1999 by Morgan Llewellyn, and this is the one that I had to get used because I can't find the new edition. I'm sure it's coming out soon. But that's the final book in the Irish Century book series of Morgan Llewellyn's. That was one of her most popular book series. That was from the 80s and 90s and a little bit into the early 2000s. Up next, it's a nonfiction book, and it's The Trope Thesaurus, and this is going to be a book that I'm going to read to get even more information on the tropes by each book genre. I'm really going to focus on urban fantasy because I want to get enough tropes where my urban fantasy detective agency book series makes sense and it's not skipped over because I only have like 1 or 2 tropes in the series when it should be like, let's say 5. So I'm doing a lot of research on urban fantasy so I can set myself up for success, basically. The other standalones are what they are. They're fantastic. They're somewhat to market, but I want the urban fantasy book series that's coming out in late 2023 to be on trend, to be on market, not like 70% on market, because it really needs to be in the 90 percentile for things to take off. Up next is The Women of Chateau Lafayette by Stephanie Dre. French again. See, I didn't know, but my last name is French. I thought it was just English, but I am French. I did not know until like 5 years ago, and nothing happens with French for me, even if I am French down the line. So pardon my French. That is very messed up. I just don't understand if there's 14 letters and you only say 8 of them. I can't do it. I'm just saying, okay. Moving on, okay. As I embarrass myself more. I love Stephanie Dre. I love all of her historical fiction books. So of course when I saw this book was out, I bought it and I need it in my life. It's gonna happen. I'm excited. Another book by Morgan Llewellyn is Lion of Ireland, and I'm excited for this one, of course, because for a while couldn't find it and I had to get it used. And that's the same for the second to last book on the list, Brendan, another Morgan Llewellyn book. Couldn't find it, had to get it used. I really do hope that they figure out this situation with Morgan Llewellyn's books, because she's a fantastic writer, and I don't understand fully why it's taking so long and it's so difficult to put up new versions, like just new book covers of her successful book series. But, you know, at least I could find used copies and like it's not gone type of thing. I would probably be more upset if they were just gone and they weren't trying to put new covers out and all that stuff. And the last book is Molokai And this is a fascinating read. It's historical fiction, and I've had this book on my list for 5 freaking years. 5 years. But I couldn't find it, or it was $35, and the book is paperback and it's maybe 300 pages. Not gonna do it. Sorry. So I had to wait and wait and wait, and then finally could buy a used copy. Maybe it was like $5. I'm not expecting it to be in amazing shape, but it's better than spending $35 on a 300-page paperback, because I guess, again, it's an older book. I don't even know how old it's like. There's just some weird stuff happening with paperbacks in general that it's very hard to find. And then there's also the whole fact of redoing covers. There's just a lot going on. So I am thankful that I found, finally, after 5 years, a used copy of that. I hope that it's going to not fall apart, but, you know, $5, we'll take it. Well, actually, it's not even my $5. It was free, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my mega, huge, amazingly fantastic Christmas book haul of 2022. I will probably do book reviews on at least half of these books. It just depends if I like them or not, and if I have time, because this year ended off not strongly. So there's a lot going on for me and my family and my work life in the beginning of 2023. Just letting you know. But definitely at least half, if not more, of these books will be reviewed. So keep an eye out on that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of 2022. Bye!